I want to look at a very, very important scripture that was prevalent by the early church. It occurs in Ephesians chapter 4. This is what the early church taught. For sure, no doubt, this is what they taught in restoration of, if a person became a Christian, this is how they taught them transformation or restoration, to transform back into a restored image. Look at it. Ephesians chapter 4 starts in 22. It says, regarding your former way of life. So we all had a life before we became a Christian. A way of living, a way of doing things, things I liked to do, things I didn't like to do, right? People I hung out with, people I didn't hang out with, okay? Regarding your former way of life, you were taught to strip off your old nature. Wow. Wow. You know, it's kind of like, zzz, what do I do? Just zip it off and walk out of it? Well, kind of. We're going to talk about how this works. What did the early church teach us? It says here, to strip off our old nature, which is being ruined. Ruined. So your old nature is ruining something. Ruined by its deceptive desires. Your old nature, your old man, the person you are, that you have been ever since you were born into this world, that same person, the man in the mirror, whatever you want to call yourself, whatever your name is, according to this, you are being ruined by it. That's hard to hear, but it's truth. So the early church taught them, it's ruining you because it has some deceptive desires that are working you, okay? And you're going to find out you can't stop that. We tend to try to stop it. You can't. To be renewed in your mental attitude. There's some changing that has to occur in your thinking in regards to, or in your understanding of what salvation is really, what it means. What it really means to be saved. Okay? To be restored. Okay? Into the image of God. And we're going to talk about that. To clothe yourself with the new nature. So I'm taking one off and I'm going to put another one on. Okay? My mind is being renewed to understand this process of this restoration that's going to go on. I mean, it almost sounds like a sci-fi movie, doesn't it? You know, just something, woo, you know, one's going off, another one's coming on. What do you mean? You know, so how do you deal with this? Because these are not ordinary concepts that we have. These are extraordinary concepts, supernatural things that the Bible's speaking of, beyond nature. I mean, is it natural for a man to just unclothe himself and go, come out of his skin? His whole identity is gone, and then all of a sudden he puts on a new identity? I mean, Clark Kent, Superman? I mean, right? Okay. All right, so, clothe yourself with the new nature which was created according to God's image. Now, immediately, this should stop you because what they were teaching in the early church was going back to the original God-image man. The God-image man. What did it look like? What did the God-image man look like? Let's pick up the story in Genesis. Let's look to the original work.